This is it, Ghana's only social media celeb talk show. I keep saying this is the platform you've got to be on for that topmost bars. You know, yes, radio you go do, TV you go do, but this is where the thing happens and where you get to have your real, direct, real-time feedback from your fans. I have one big guy with me. You already know who it is. You can see him. He's sitting right by me. He's episode buddy. Yeah, we go way back, man. He's been on the show before. It's like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
4 years ago on this very show. My name is Arnold, Elavanyo. We are proudly supported by Xylophone Cash. Yes, you need to upload your stuff on Xylophone Cash. Sign up for free, like absolutely free. Get your account and start putting your content on Xylophone Cash, because this is where you get to make money off your photos, your videos, your audios online. And again, Which One Clothing costumes me officially for the show. So big up to Which One Clothing, big ups to ESK Collections, and I hear Das Collections. Episode, you're welcome.
Give thanks.
Episode, this your new look. Like, what inspired it, man?
I took it from two different sides.
Okay.
First is to separate the boys from the men. What I mean by that is actually to define the episode.
To define the episode brand.
Because last day when I was in Zimbabwe playing the Harare International Carnival, they couldn't tell the difference between the African dancehall artists and then the Jamaican dancehall artists. Because, you know, like we do most of the stuff like them, vocal delivery and everything sounds like Jamaicans. So I decided that, you know what, why don't I add a little bit of twist to what I do? I actually went on that tour fully dressed as African.
Wow.
I was an African print, kente and
throughout.
But then still, you still have people coming in with that same look. So then I decided that, you know what, I'm an artist, I'm a painter. Why don't I just incorporate that side of me
into your brand,
the music? And then this is what came to mind. I actually did it after I did the body arts for one of their biggest female artists. Her name is Amara Brown, in her recent videos. So the day I went back to the hotel, I was looking at the picture, like, okay, so why don't I just put this into me,
into you, and this is what came up. But did you have other options? Like, did you have, maybe I could cut my ear, or maybe I could paint my nose and leave my, like, did you have options and you finally settled on this one? And what were the options?
No, I didn't really have options. I just wanted a face painting.
Okay.
It was when I was doing a photo shoot, I was with the mirror and I was just putting it there. And if I don't like something, I just take that one off. And now I can just do this within a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, it has different feels depending on how you feel. Exactly.
But is it the same design? So like, let's say 5 here, 4 here,
no,
2 here,
it's not,
or you change it?
It's not the same design. And as times, like I'm even getting different brushes.
Okay.
With effects. Yeah, for it. So in my upcoming videos, we'll be seeing different styles.
Okay.
But I just want to keep it simple when I'm in town.
The most important thing is that when you see episode, you should see face painting or face art.
Definitely, just like
Fella.
Yeah, so I'm the new fella.
No. But officially, do you want to say you are the new fella? Can we take you like that officially?
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
The new fella.
Yeah, I can boldly say that because I'm original.
You're very original.
Yes. The fact that I do dancehall, you listen to the growth from day one till now, and then you see a youth who has potentials of representing Africa in some
diaspora.
Years, you understand? So 5 years ago, I did a song for Mandela. How many artists at that age could actually go down to history like that?
Do a song for Mandela.
Exactly. You have, like, just check the records.
Have you done a song for Nkrumah?
No.
Why?
The reason is I did a song for Ghana, not in Nkrumah.
You did a song for Ghana. Not in Nkrumah.
Yes. The reason is when I was writing that song, the title of the song is Dear Mama. It was Mama. What I wanted to do is it had two sides to it. I was talking about a pretty lady, but when I asked her name, she said her name was Ghana.
Okay.
So it's just like remembering the fact that Mama Ghana is there, and then she's always sad about how we're treating her. I just didn't want to limit it to Nkrumah. The reason why I did for Mandela was more or less like a stronghold, and then at that same year, that was when we lost it.
Okay.
So it was more like a history, a tribute
to Mandela.
Yeah, definitely.
And it worked well for you.
It did. I actually got the opportunity to speak to Lucky Dube's son, where we worked on a project because of that song.
Because of that song, you got a link to Lucky Dube's son, and that's big.
Yeah,
definitely. Really big. Now you've done stuff in Zimbabwe. How does Zimbabwe see Episode? Because for some time now you've been on Zimbabwe. Makes me want to think that Zimbabwe accepts you and you love them too.
Yeah.
How do they see Episode in Zimbabwe?
I think they see me as the icon from Ghana now. The fact is, there's no major Ghanaian song, or there's no recognized Ghanaian artist from that at that side. The one that they really seem to be Ghanaian is Mr. Easy.
Okay.
It was quite sad that I met with one artist, and then he was telling me his favorite artist is Sarkodie. But he didn't know Sarkodie is from Ghana. He said Sarkodie is from Nigeria.
From Nigeria. Exactly. Can you imagine?
Definitely. So with me now, as it stands, I can boldly say I'm the representative of Ghanaian music in
Zimbabwe.
The fact is, last year I represented Ghana. Not even Ghana, I would say West Africa at whole, because there were no Nigerian artists. It
was just you.
It was just me representing that side of the West African side, the carnival, which hosted 25 different countries. 25 different countries.
And what were the numbers?
It was close to like 2 million.
Close to like 2 million people.
You can watch the footage for yourself.
Don't you think that's an exaggerated number? 2 million people?
No. When I got to the venue, it was quite sad. I was a bit scared to even at the time that I got to the sound check. What is really happening there at the carnival is you have 25 different countries coming in with troops.
Yeah.
So it's not just people from Zimbabwe.
Like 25.
And it's a whole week.
Yeah.
It's a whole week festival. You understand? So I can't really count like one, but from their source, the first promo tape they got out there, it stated that it counted like the side of the people were close to 2 million.
Close to 2 million. Exactly. Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Did you make some monetary gains from that? Were you paid to be on that platform?
No, I wasn't paid. But after, I got a couple of gigs.
Which paid?
Yes. The main event, I think it actually paved the way, or gave me stands there. I was able to perform to all the dignitaries in there, the Prime Minister, the President himself at the launch. I performed at the launch before the main event. And after that, I was able to link up with almost their big artists. I worked with Amara Brown. I've worked with like 8 different Zimbabwean artists on your album. Yeah, crazy. No, not on the album. On the album, but you've done stuff with them. I have 2 Zimbabwe artists on my album.
On the album, but you've done stuff with about 8 of them.
Yes.
Are you underrated in Ghana?
Yes. Yes. Not only me. I would want to represent everybody who is really working hard, but yet still we're refusing to accept.
But can you give me some names of those on your level who you think are also underrated greatly?
I think an act like Shaker.
Lil Shaker.
Yes.
Okay.
Deserves that kind of respect. Kaboom. Exactly. The likes of Eno, even Aquabwa. Because I feel he's one artist that we need to really celebrate. It was quite sad. I didn't even see his name at the VGMAs for High Life Artist of the Year. You understand? So to represent myself alone, I think yes, I'm much underrated. But all I say is it's always about time and season.
Why? Yes, time and season. I agree. But is there another reason for which you think you're underrated?
Ghanaians are now accepting the fact that we want to listen to good music. First, it wasn't like that. So when you decide to be the Dr. Slim kind of artist, that is when people would want to accept you.
Because Dr. Slim doesn't do good music.
Dr. Slim, that is not what I mean.
But he knows, right?
But what I mean is, if you decide to just drop a 9-day wonder kind of song, that is when people would want to just accept you. But then after they jump to your song, what happens? And it's quite frustrating, because when you shoot up there like from 1 to 10 and you drop to like 5, it's going back to the 10 is quite hard. So I would love to just
meander your way through and get up there.
So then sometimes I feel frustrated, I feel underrated, because I listen to my records, I listen to the songs, even watch my stage performance, I go like, oh, so these people, they still know they see
what episode they do. But when you mentioned the underrated artists, I didn't find a dancehall name in there. You mentioned Kaboom, you mentioned Lil Shaker, you mentioned Akwabwa, you mentioned Eno. Your dancehall people.
Yeah.
What are some of the names of the underrated ones? Who are
for 4 or 5 years now, I think the front line has always been the same front line. Wale, Stoneboy, Samini, Jupiter Episode.
Yeah.
It has always been like that.
Always been you guys.
Exactly. And it's quite sad.
How about names like I Judah?
I Judah is amazing.
Jali
is amazing.
Adivergo.
Is it? Yeah, big up Adivergo, big up Chameleon, because we came from the same group.
Yeah.
You understand? But then I also think that some of these things also depend on the brand. Because here is the case that reggae and dancehall have some misconception about it already. So when you decide to just keep it still in the ghetto, then you're going to suffer. But when you add a little twist to it, when you're able to move it to the commercial side of it, that is when you get the buzz. But now, some of us also don't really believe in the street kind of fan base. You understand? Because I look at it this way.
You don't believe in street fan base?
I believe in the street credibility.
So you believe in street credibility?
Yes, but I don't believe in the so-called the Zongo kind of name.
Yeah.
The reason is, you look at it on the business side and ask yourself, excuse me to say, no disrespect to anybody coming from the Zongo.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like even day-to-day friends. How many of them would love to even pay to come and watch you in National Theatre or Conference Center? You understand? So when you always give them that kind of vibe, and one thing is, you should know that if something works for somebody, it doesn't work for the next person.
It's possible.
It works for Wale. It doesn't mean it will work for Episode, even though I'm a dancehall artist.
Yeah.
So I think staying original to myself and finding a different strategy would work.
That is why. Have you found that strategy?
Yeah, it's just being unique and then still delivering good music. Because I don't believe in switching or doing what the people are doing. That is why, and people tell me, Charlie, you know what to do to blow, but you need to do one. I know that I can do, Patapas kind of song.
You can do Patapas kind of song
to blow, but I don't want to do it because good name is better than riches.
Okay.
And then to keep the records, just like the Bob Marleys I've left, the Kojuentries I've left, I also want to build that kind of legacy so that
you seem to be bold in mentioning names and letting us know what you think about the kind of things they do. Now, in the mainstream, your kind of people, can you mention 1 or 2 names that you think are not doing good material and you believe in 4 or 5 years time we wouldn't be talking about them or vibing to their songs?
When you talk about good material,
like songs that cannot stand the test of time, can you mention some of the artists that you believe that for these artists, the kind of songs he's doing, I know 5 years to come he will be in the system?
I think now it doesn't really boil down to our system doesn't really boil down to good music.
Okay.
If you have money to push into your thing, it's gonna work. That's one thing. If you have let me put it this way. People have got their directions, which works for them. I can't really pinpoint one artist who is not really doing good music. Maybe the person has chose that, you know what, I want to do this kind of music for these people. Now, you look at the likes of Wayala. Wayala, we don't really listen to Wayala's song. But boldly, I can say she's one of the biggest artists Ghana should be proud of. You understand? Her kind of songs would not be the kind of songs that you would love to listen in the club or jam around or anything. Just like I'm saying, she has got a different direction which is working for her outside. So for now, I can't really pinpoint who after 5 years would not be doing good. I just mentioned Dr. Slim because I feel like Dr. Slim, he's my friend. I feel like after that song, there was no
backup.
Exactly. You understand? Because
an atom you will chrome.
yo,
big up yourself, Atom.
Oh, but I heard he dropped some new songs recently and he bought rights of some artists.
But your Chrome is still his biggest.
Exactly. You see, and when you drop songs like that, now to double up with a mega hit becomes a problem. You understand? So big up all the artists who are doing really good to maintain the standard.
Wow. Episode, how's your relationship like with Samini like right now?
Family.
Have you sorted your differences?
Yeah. We did I think last year.
Last year. Everything is sorted now.
It's sorted.
But what came over you, man? What came over you? I mean, episode, Samini is your man. What happened?
No,
I throw fire like that.
No, I never wanted to talk about this thing.
Yeah.
But big up High Grade, big up Samini. I was so happy when I watched his performance on VGMA.
Yeah.
Because I think he always teaches me in a way. Now, what really happened with that issue is I don't know why people actually took offense when I was asked the question about the monetary issue.
And you said he hasn't paid.
Exactly.
And it was true. He hadn't paid at the time.
Yes, but you see, that is one thing too that is really not so cool. But then I understand because we come from this part of the world where the child always is wrong. Because if your early is even let's take it this way. Ama yuiga ke onukpa chotwe onyo chotwe
bono fish.
Thank you. You understand? So maybe my offense was to be outspoken. I only did that song not because I wanted to diss Samini or to diss the High Grade fans. It will be very bad on my side. Or just to explain to the people, because I couldn't really go to each person to tell them that, yo, this and this is what really happened. So the best way I could have done is to just put it through my lyrics. And when you listen to the song, there was no part of the song where I did something.
You only explained what happened.
Exactly.
But truthfully, with that proverb you gave, do you mean to say that he was wrong, but in our society, you, the kid, have to take the wrong? Is that what you mean to say?
That is what really happened.
That's what really happened.
Because
for real, he was wrong.
Because I wouldn't say he was wrong. Maybe he had his own plans, but then he couldn't reach us. Because as at that time, I know for sure that my management were also trying to reach them, and it took like 4 or 5 occasions for me to just deny that fact on radio.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at it from the point of view where people saw it on that day.
On that day,
they
that
were
he promised 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Exactly. And then now, nobody's actually seeing you posting anything that I've received it or I've done that. So people might think that, okay, so he give you the money.
You sit stop.
Exactly. You understand? So at the point I was just like, yo, you know what? Let me just cut this thing and just speak the truth.
Okay.
And it ended me up like that. It took a while for High Grade and myself to understand these things. But then we sorted ourselves out. I saw him. I apologized.
Good.
Has
he given you the money?
Not about the money.
But he hasn't given you the money yet.
Why still they talk about the money?
They hear me like he didn't hear me then.
I have the money.
He's giving you the money.
Yes, I have the money. I have the money.
I don't know if I can believe I'm on that. I can think I'm like that.
No, I have the money.
You have the money.
Yeah, I have the
sorted.
money. I have the money.
Wow.
Big up Sammy.
Is he on your album though?
No, Sammy is not my album.
Sammy is not on your album.
The only
Stonebwoy is on your album.
Yeah, the only dancehall artist on my album.
Stonebwoy. Shatawale is not on your album. What's the relationship between you and Shatawale?
Good. The last time I saw him, he was teasing me that right now I look like a cultural dancer because I wear African prints. Yeah.
Oh, Shatta.
It's just because you don't really find me around them.
Yes,
because I'm
yes,
trying to.
It's true. You are hardly seen around.
I'm trying to build my own kind of thing.
Wow, and it's going well for you.
Yes, it's definitely going well.
Wow, your album. What should we expect from it?
The album is I would say for now the only competing album that I can find will be EOM.
EOM.
Yes, that's Stonebwoy.
With your album.
Yes.
The only competing album is EOM.
Trust me.
That's crazy.
Because I've listened to almost I like Flow Education. I've listened to basically what I do is I listen to albums.
You listen to albums. Yeah.
So as of last year to this year, I think the only competing album will be EOM.
EOM for your album.
So for me, it's left with me to just push that energy to it. Now you're looking at a 21-track album, 3 different sides. Reggae the Father as the first side. You have Dancehall the Son as the second side, and Afrobeat the Holy Spirit.
Wow.
That is why the name Trinity of the album.
Trinity.
Yes.
That's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
Crazy.
And 7 tracks on each side.
Wow.
So with the reggae, what we did was we were trying to experiment on sounds. Because now over the years we've heard the Kochoko kind of reggae, big up Black Rasta. We've heard the contemporary sound. So with the reggae, I was trying to do different sound to the extent that I had to add a major laser kind of feel to the reggae. And one amazing thing about this album is, I think it's a record because I featured my mom on the album.
You featured your mom?
Yes, my mom actually sang on the album, and trust me, I think she's better than most of our artists.
Really? Yeah, no, but this is a surprise.
Yeah,
your mom is on your album.
My mom did 16 bars on one of the songs on my album.
Damn. What's the title of that song? So people can just jump straight. Dear Mama.
Dear Mama. What happened is, as a last year, I was a bit frustrated. I wanted to stop music and pick up my degree and just go and
look for work.
Yeah, because you know we do the arts, the graphics, and even though I do that part time, but I was just like, you know what? Let me just let this thing and then focus on that side. But all the frustration, I had to put it into a song. So when I was doing that, I was building the song. I sent it to her because she's not in Ghana. I sent it to her. Then she called me back and she was crying.
Oh.
So I have this auto record on my phone, and what happened is I was listening to what we were talking about, and whatever she said, I actually wrote it down. So when she came down, I was like, you know what, let's go to the studio. And she has always been bothering me. I want us to do a song. So I actually used the same lyrics she said, put rhythm to it, and then boom. And she did it. We shot the video as well. So
you've shot the video. Yes. So like you and your mom.
Yes.
In a video.
Yes.
Like Ebony and her dad. So rest in perfect peace. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
wow, that's one song that I know people will be wanting to listen to.
Stone Boy's on the album. Medical is on the album.
Medical is on the album.
Tinia.
Tinia. Crazy artist.
Yeah, she's on the album. Junior X from Jamaica is on the album.
Wow.
Amara Brown, she's the biggest female artist from Zimbabwe on the album. Mel B is on the album. Kwame Legacy is on the album. And then this album, actually, I worked with this young producer. His name is That Big God.
Okay.
That Big God produced 11 songs on the album.
Crazy.
Yes.
Crazy.
So big up that.
Who else produced?
Mix Master Gadi did a song on the album. A-Frame did one on the album. And I worked with two different producers, one from South Africa, one from Zimbabwe. Wow. That's Craig Bone and Angel Pablo.
A lot has gone into this album. Yes. No wonder you're saying the only competing album is yours. Yeah, I can understand, because if you put in so much work, it must bring in so much money.
Definitely.
Big up yourself, episode.
I would say you for buy
the album they will go buy. Xylophone, I'm sure you want to do something with Xylophone. I mean, do you have any project you'd love to do with Xylophone?
Yeah, it's the same as the album. That's the major project I want to do now. So yeah, why not?
So how is it going to be like they invest in the album, like take it and promote the album for you, or you want to be signed so that when we are talking we know how to do it?
Anything. Once it be money. Namwa.
Big up Namwa. We're kind of great. So it's the album. That's the main thing now. So whoever comes in to help promote the album, that's it.
That's the main project, because I feel like over the years, like even though it's quite sad that artists release album and we just get to hear 2 or 3 songs, I think it actually makes an artist. Because you look at your catalog and then you're proud enough to say that I have these number of albums. I worked with this legend in Zimbabwe. He has 63 albums.
63 albums. Crazy.
You understand? So with the album, what I wanted to do is I wanted to give the fans all the sides. Give the reggae people what they want. Give the dancehall people, give the Afro.
Big up yourself, episode. Thanks for coming through Vibes in 5, and you're gonna be doing freestyle for us, and just a little freestyle. Wicked.
So what we go spell? Today what we go spell?
Today we go spell Eddie.
Patapa.
You won't bring this thing up. Okay, let's do Patapa.
I beg you. Don't do that. Obeti OJ. Okay, so let's do some freestyle.
Alright.
Which of my vibes ever go figure?
Yeah, man.
You go give me some beat.
Beat. We go.
Yo, Arnold. Tell them episode in a Vibes in 5.
Yeah.
Tell them everywhere. Real fortified. Man a bad man like the Don 45 Stone Boy episode. Big up that one, yeah. With they are representing your t-shirt. Xylophone Cash episode. They are pretty. With they are in a Vice 5. Make them no say episode. A real way you climb. So listen, album based out and the name is Trinity. I make them no say episode with freestyling. DJ Body on the Vice and 5. I make them no say DJ Body. Bad and you rock no thing. So big up Shatta. And big up High Grade. And big up Stone Boy. Big up Jupiter. But them say them bad. Them bad, them bad. Them bad, them bad. After me step out the road, every mother than March. Get the loose with the road. Yes, mass we tell them say we change color, we change color, we change color to the enemy.
Avatar. Alright, thank you. Episode for passing through Vibes in 5. God is only social media Celeb Talk Show. The name Arnold, Elavanyo. Till next week, this is the show everybody else is talking about on social media. See you on the flip side.
Big up. Very good bad boys in the